Hi, my name is David McKenna and I specialise in designing high streets for people. I practice street spirit design and have been doing so for the last year. Prior to that, I worked with IBI Group, and these projects that I'm going to show you were done with IBI Group. Primarily, I'm going to talk to you about Frodsham Street in Chester. This is a pedestrian priority street, a bit like New Road in Brighton. But it's been praised by the local blind and partially sighted groups. It's won Healthy Street of the Year, the Transport CIHT Creating Better Places Award, and the Transport Practitioners Urban Design Award. You can see from the top image, it used to be a narrow street with particularly tight pavements, which caused all sorts of problems. It's a one-way street, takes low levels of traffic, but it does take quite a lot of bus traffic. And then you can see how we created a level surface which improved the accessibility of the area but still accommodated the same levels of traffic. I have quite a few pedestrian priority projects in my portfolio. One of the largest was Castle Square in Carnarvon, which was completed at a similar time to New Road, and you can see it's this simple open space that used to look like this, where there was a road snaking through it with guardrail on either side. And the main aim of that was to create open views to the castle and to exhibit the buildings around the listed buildings around the square, which used to have all this clutter in it. And now we've opened up the square. It can be the host all these events which bring people and money to the town. This is a similar project in Kidderminster, where I created a new town square outside the town hall. It still accommodates all the same traffic it used to take, but it used to just be a large tarmac junction. So going back to Frodsham Street in Chester, the key to this environment was changing driver behaviour, and this was achieved partly by placing street furniture in the effective carriageway area. So you can see the benches there, which create a pedestrian appeal to the place. Now, this relates to blind and partially sighted people as follows. We put a guidance strip down either side, 1.8 metre from the building line, and all the street furniture was placed on the vehicular side of that guidance strip. These totems were used to guide vehicles down the street, not the tactile strip. Tactile strips are just for blind and partially sighted user guidance, not for driver guidance. And you can see how we made sure that there was no street furniture between the tactile strip and the building, so the blind and partially sighted users felt comfortable walking faster and faster up and down the street. So that's what they really liked, was this clear space. You can see how that differs from a lot of examples where lots of clutter is placed along tactile strips, and where they used to define the driving area. Like I say, you should use tactile just for guiding blind and partially sighted users, not for defining driving areas. So this is an extract from an email sent from the blind user on the Access group in Chester to the National Federation for the Blind after his experience on Frodsham Street. He said, "I was very sceptical before we actually went out on the site visit. As a landscape architect and engineer told us about the scheme, I was getting sinking feelings prior to going out to take a look." So he wasn't positive about the scheme before he used it, experienced it. So this is what his experience was of it. He says, "This is not a shared space as I understand the definition." So clearly there's a problem there in that there's people have different understandings of what a shared space is. He goes on to say, "The really amazing thing, the area reserved for pedestrians has been completely cleared of all obstacles. I found this incredibly liberating. I found myself walking faster and faster up and down the street, not quite believing it could be so clear. Having now experienced this as I told the officials present, when are you going to do the same to all the streets in Chester? Honestly, it's really great. I can't see any disadvantages to it. Anne found that Yaris, her guide dog, had no problems navigating down the street, down the pedestrian reserved area. And even if he had wandered over the corduroy strip, Anne could easily detect this and correct him. The user, I should say, writing the email is a long cane user. So yeah, so that was the reaction we got, and that was really why it won the awards it did. So if you've got any questions, then please feel free to email me. Thank you.